Here are two builds for the T2 release coming in a week. These builds are ARCHBOSS and Nebula accessory free. Every single item in these two builds are farmable with your dungeon tokens, abyssal contract tokens, as well as it being drops from open world mobs, so it's not insanely expensive to start off. If you are not yet familiar, Nebula accessories will be extremely hard to get, similar to the ARCHBOSS webs that we have now, so it's best to make a build without it to start, then slowly transition them into your endgame gear when you do get them. The first build will be a melee and magic evasion build. I won't be going over everything here, just some of the more crucial pieces in the stats. So the first build has 3.3k melee evasion, 2.4k magic evasion, 24k health, pretty much 1.7k magic hit and magic crit, 800 magic heavy attack chance, and 41% crit damage. The two most important pieces in this build are the Nether 2-piece set, specifically the gloves and the pants, because they both have additional hit chance as well as give a set bonus of 15% crit damage. However, it will most likely be almost at 25% crit damage boost because the conditional requirement is no enemies within 5 meters to gain an additional 10%. And because this build is fully range caster, it will almost always be at plus 25% crit damage. It also has 2-piece Forgotten's Assassin, the armor and the boots for the melee evasion, plus the 110 try evasion bonus from the set effect. For the accessories, it's just stacking as much melee evasion as you can and trying to get hit chance in there as well, if possible. For the artifacts, this build has the 4-piece Chaos Harbinger to get the 9% critical damage boost, and 2-piece Wildlands Protector for the additional 100 evasion. You can definitely play around here to get more hits if you need as well with the Abyssal Beast 2-piece set. If you do decide that you don't want the 9% critical damage boost, it's better off to replace the full 4-piece set because 100 crit hit chance isn't really that valuable. You can get 4-piece Wildlands to get the 12% crit damage reduction and 2-piece Abyssal Beast to get the 100 extra hit. The solar and lunar slots of the artifacts, I'm not too sure how they work, but it's definitely worth looking into these. The abilities on some are pretty crazy, like this Wildlands Protector Lunar Stone, where you get 30 evasion each time an enemy hits you, up to 300 evasion until you successfully evade them. I'm not too sure which ones will be passive or which ones will be active, or the cooldowns on some of them, because some have cooldowns listed in their ability and some do not. But it's definitely worth looking into. As for masteries, there is no double dipping. I made sure to go 0-20 for both the staff and the dagger, and only did it with the new mastery. I went with 130 out of 200 for both staff and dagger because it seemed easily doable and not too far-fetched. The most important nodes you need to get first are the evasion and the hit chance ones on both. For staff, the most important ones that will affect your damage will be Magma Ball, Wave Formula Boost, Mana Explosion, Flame Detonation, and Burning Explosion. Theory Asceticism is just so-so since you won't always have it up. As for daggers, drop blades seem important. I'm not sure how it'll play out, but I can recall stamina being quite an issue in some cases. And Great Killer will be the most important node that you have to get, as it gives us 160 extra evasion if we are below 80 dex. The second build is a melee and range evasion build. The items are pretty much the same except for 3 pieces, the cape, armor, and the boots. I do have variations on this build, however, because the evasion on this is a bit below in comparison with the other build, and I worry it may not be enough, This one is 3.2k melee evasion and 2.2k range evasion with 26k health, 1.7k magic hit chance, 1.6k magic crit chance, 800 magic heavy chance, and 41% crit damage boost. The other alterations of this build vary slightly to give more hit chance, to give more range evasion, but you're gonna have to pick which one you want to go with based on which stats you're gonna prioritize. The artifacts as well as the mastery are pretty much the same. This one only changed from having this node, which is the magic evasion, into this node, which is range evasion now. And that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching.